welcome. We have a full body workout today, so you are gonna need a range of weights, your water, and we'll get started in our warm up. So we are going to start in some sumo squats, nice wide stance, toes angled out at that 45-degree angle. We're gonna send that tailbone towards the ground, come up and into that side stretch. Down and reach, awesome. Starting to connect that breath with that movement. We are practicing that inhale as we go down, exhale as we come up and reach, awesome. And just alternating sides, feeling that nice stretch in the side, getting nice and deep into that sumo squat, feeling some lengthening, some activation in those inner thigh muscles. And then we'll just stay in this nice wide stance. Put our arms out to the side and reach to that opposite toe. We have about 5 or 6 exercises today. Our circuit is going to look like we're going to go through each move once and then start that circuit from the top. Inhale up, exhale, reach. Perfect. Into some arm circles here. Nice big circles backwards as we pull those feet into that standing hip width apart. And then forward. And then those arm swings out in front of us. Awesome. We'll warm up that full body today. We're going to hit upper body, lower body, and core. From here, we're going to go into some of those hip circles. So starting with that left foot, nice big circle with that left leg. Perfect, and then we're going to switch to the other side. We're going to take a big inhale. We're going to reach towards, if we can grab our toes, go ahead and do that. And then we're going to sink into that squat. Keeping those hands towards or on our toes up to that forward fold. So moving through that squat, deep down into that squat, into that forward fold. Good job. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper this time. Perfect. We're going to go into some side lunges here. So just back and forth, alternating sides at your pace. We do have some alternating lunges in our workout today. So let's make sure those muscles are nice and warmed up. Awesome. Come up to a standing position. We're going to go into some good mornings here. Do a big inhale first, reach behind our head, send those hips back, drive those hips forward, squeezing those glutes. Inhale and squeeze. Great job, guys. And we'll go 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out, and we're just gonna finish off with some gentle jogging on the spot, bringing those heels up close towards our glutes. You can take that impact out and do some marching as well, maybe some step ups if you have something you can use for that. Trying to get that heart rate up a little bit, continue getting that blood flowing. Awesome, a few more seconds here. Maybe pick up that tempo if we don't feel that heart rate up yet. And we'll finish off in In 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Okay, let's start off our first move here. Our first two moves, we're gonna do left and then right. Single arm, single leg, curl to press. So what that is going to look like, we're gonna grab that weight in our right hand. We're gonna lift that left leg, and we're gonna go curl and press. So we're in a single leg balance here, okay? We can modify and maybe just shift that weight to that right foot using that left foot as a kickstand and go into your curl and press. But if you want to make that a little more challenging, let's lift this leg up, squeeze that core into that curl and press, okay? So we'll do that side, we'll do the next side, and those will be our first two moves. So let's get our weight ready. All right, guys, here we go. Weight is in our right hand. We are going to shift that weight in 3, 2, 1. Lift that left leg. We're going to curl and press. And just take your time, guys, here. This is a super challenging move. We are engaging a lot of muscles all at once. That core is working really hard to help with that balance. That you're feeling that glute work as well. And then we're working on that upper body, that bicep in that curl and that shoulder in that press. If you've got to bring that foot down, go ahead, make that modification. Wouldn't recommend talking through this move. And making sure we're not holding our breath, okay? One more and rest. We're gonna take 15 seconds and we're gonna switch over to that other side. So we've got our weight in our left hand. We're switching that weight in our legs, lifting up that right leg. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Making sure you're pressing that weight up right over top of that shoulder, okay? Almost there. One more. And rest. Okay, next move is going to be alternating lunges with the shoulder raise. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna step back into our lunge, into our shoulder raise, come back up. Switch to the other side, raise, and come back up, okay? So grabbing those weights, whatever you're comfortable with for those lateral raises. We'll take a last couple breaths here, and we'll get started into our third move, okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna step back to that lunge, holding strong here into that lateral raise, and then we're coming back up. Back deep into that lunge, making sure we're nice and stable in that lunge before we go into that raise, okay? If you're struggling with that stability, check in. Is my core engaged? Is my stance wide enough? I'm not stepping right behind that foot. I'm nice and wide here. I'm strong, I'm stable. And then I'm going into that raise. If that's still not working for you, do that raise at the standing position. So when you come up, go into that raise and then go back to that lunge. One more and rest. Good job. Next move, while you take your little rest here, we're gonna step out to a lateral lunge and go into a reverse fly. So it's gonna look like this. We're going out to that lunge, fly, coming back up. We are gonna stay on this side for our first 45 seconds, okay? Last few seconds in our rest, stepping out to that lateral lunge, send those hips back, core is tight. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So we're going lunge, fly, bringing that back in. Lunge, nice and deep, fly, bringing that back in. Awesome work, guys. Keep going. Watch Watch that knees, tracking those outside 3 toes. Good job. A few more seconds here, last rep. And rest. Coming to the other side of your mat if you need to. We're stepping out that side, so same thing, lunge to that side with that fly. Last 5 seconds in a rest. 3, 2, 1. Out to that lunge, fly, and back up. Working those lower body muscles, quads, glutes. Our core is working here. And then with that fly, hitting some of those back muscles. Making sure you're using a heavy enough weight here for these flies. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, guys. Nice neutral spine, core is engaged. Squeeze those shoulder blades. One more. And rest. Okay, grab a quick drink. I'm gonna demo our next move. Again, a little bit of a combo. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into that sumo stance. We're gonna squat, curl, stand, and raise. Okay, so single dumbbell here. Try to go nice and heavy. Curl, stand, raise. Last few seconds of that rest. Let's get in position. Again, wide stance, 45-degree angle with those toes. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. We sink deep into that squat, bicep curl. We're gonna drive up into that front raise. A little bit of shoulder work here, a little bit of bicep work here, and then we're using that lower body, strengthening those inner thighs and glutes. So each move today, we're hitting a bunch of different muscle groups. Exhale on that work part of the movement, okay? So we exhale on that curl. Exhale on that raise, just about there. And rest, okay? Our last move, guys, we are going to go into hop overs, jumping jacks, whatever you wanna do for your cardio. If we've got a yoga block, you can go here and jump over it, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, 1. You can just imagine something's there, whatever you want to do, but we're going to go into these hop overs. If this impact is too much for you, you can go ahead, you can do some marches, you can do some step ups, you can do some modified jumping jacks, whatever you want to do for your cardio piece, okay? But let's try to get that heart rate up these last few seconds here. Nice big breaths. Now let's step that tempo up. These last 10 seconds, let's see if we can go a little bit quicker. We've got a baby arm loose. Just about there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job, guys. We've made it for our first round. We're gonna do that 2 more times, okay? So grab some water, enjoy a short break here, and we'll start that from the top. All right, guys, round 2. We know what the exercises are. We know what we want to use for our weight, so go ahead. We're starting with that single leg, single arm, curl and press. 5 seconds left in this rest. Let's shift that weight. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Into that curl and press. Stay nice and strong in that stance. And again, if you have to modify, you can tap that toe down and you can just work on that curl and press, okay? We do not want to be sacrificing that form. You don't want to be falling all over the place. Stay nice and strong. Stay focused on that core stability. He's back. Exhale and press. Feeling that glute burn. Try to plant that full foot on the ground, okay? And rest, okay? 15 seconds. We're switching over to that other side, switching the weight, switching that weight on our leg. Gentle bend in that knee. Try not to lock that knee out, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Into that curl and press. Good job. You're gonna find you're probably stronger, your balance is probably better on one side. So don't get discouraged when you're falling over, having to modify maybe on one side. Awesome work, guys. We're going into those lunges next with that shoulder raise, okay? So we're gonna grab that second weight. Just about there. Last rep. And rest, good job. Okay, we're gonna grab our second weight. We're gonna go into those reverse lunge with those shoulder raises. I'm stepping up my weight here. I think they might be going a little too heavy, but we shall see. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. So we step back to that lunge, up to that shoulder raise, and driving back up. Back to that lunge, shoulder raise, driving back up. Remember, we're pushing through that front heel. We're not pushing off that back toe, okay? Drive up through that front glute. Good job. We got a little cheerleader in our corner here. Yeah, thank you, sir. You gotta stay strong to carry your chunky little butt around. Feel that core work, guys. This move feels definitely a lot different with those heavier moves, or with those heavier weights. One more. Awesome. Okay, next, we are going to those lateral lunges with those flies, okay? So adjust your weight accordingly. We're gonna start going out to that right side. 2 weights, step out to that right. 3, 2, 1. Lateral lunge to that fly, driving back up. We'll try a little heavier on this one as well. To that side, to the right, or fly, driving back up. Good job, guys. Try to sink nice and low into that lunge. One more. And rest. Great job. 15 seconds. We're going to go over to that other side. Coming to the other edge of the mat. Stepping out to the left this time. Excuse me, you're in the way. He doesn't care. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Out to that opposite side. Nice and strong in that lunge. To that fly. Watch that we're not rounding that upper back as we come over here. We don't want to arch. We want to keep that nice neutral spine, strong back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good job, guys. Keep going. Are you leaving? Last couple reps here. Full range of motion, guys. Get nice and deep into that lunge. So close. And rest. All right, here we go. We are going into those sumos next. So we need our single weight. We're going into that curl stand with the raise, okay? So let's get our feet wide stance apart, 45-degree angle. Nice deep breaths. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna sink into that squat. We're gonna curl, drive up into that front raise. Squat, curl, stand, and raise. Watching that we're not talking. Look, I can't talk and do this move. Watch that you don't tuck your tailbone here, okay? Stay strong, keep that tailbone untucked, core engaged. Use those shoulders and that core to activate, lift that weight. Check in on those knees, tracking on those outside 3 toes. We're not bringing them in like that. One more. Great job, guys. Okay, we're going into that cardio move next. So if you're doing those hopovers, jumping jacks, step ups, burpees, whatever crazy move you feel like, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, 1. This is our last 45 seconds of work in this circuit. We've got one left after this. So let's pick a tempo here and let's stick to it. We don't want to slow it down. Pick a speed that you can maintain for that 45 seconds. Those last few seconds, if you want to step it up, go a little quicker, go ahead and do that. But let's try not to slow down as we go through this last set. If you're doing the hop overs, think about getting those knees up high, staying light on those toes. Keep that core engaged. In 3, 2, and 1. Great job, guys. Grab a drink, take a few seconds here. We'll take our rest and then we'll get into our final set. So we're going through every move one more time. We're starting from the top, single leg, single arm, curl and press. Making sure those weights are heavy enough that those last couple reps, we are feeling challenged, okay? All right. Hopefully you remembered your water, unlike me. You've had a sip. We're taking some deep breaths here. We're almost done, guys. Home stretch, last circuit. No, thank you, sir. No, you can't be here. So what happens when you let a 5-year-old babysit? You okay? All right, guys. About 5 seconds left in this rest, and then we're getting started. So let's grab our weight. Nice neutral stance here. Weight is in our right hand. Let's lift that left leg. If we are going single leg, 3, 2, 1. Curl and press. This is meant to be a slow movement, slow and controlled. Watch you're not rolling to the side of that foot. Try to plant that foot flat down. Ball of your toes. Heel all planted strongly in the ground. Oh Lord, the baby's picking up a weight. Great job, guys. We're almost there on this side. One more rep. And rest. Awesome. Okay, let's switch to the other side. Go way over here. Weight on the other side. We're going to lift that other leg in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Leg is up, core is engaged. We're feeling strong. And then we go into those curl and press. I know we're really focused on that balance here, but don't forget about that breath, okay? Keep breathing through that movement. Great job, guys. This is a challenging move. You're making it through. Amazing. On that curl, keep that elbow nice and close to our body. One more. And rest. Okay, we're going into those lunges with those shoulder raises next, okay? Okay, let's get those weights ready. Alternating reverse lunges in 3, 2, 1. We're stepping back to that lunge. And up. Now remember that modification, if that's too challenging, when you come up to that standing position, that's when you can do those shoulder raises, okay? Here that balance is off. It's gonna make it more challenging. It's gonna give that core a little extra work, but it's definitely more difficult. So modify and do that raise when you're in that standing position. Doing great, guys. We're almost there. One more. And rest. Okay, here we go into those lateral lunges next with our fly. All right, so let's step out to that right side first. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. So we're stepping out to that lateral lunge, into that fly, back up to standing. guys are doing awesome. Keep going. Just focus on that form, okay? If you get a couple reps less, that's okay. Slow it down. Get nice and deep into that lunge, into that fly, and drive back up. So close, guys. One more. And rest. Whew. Okay, 15 seconds. Moving to the other edge of our mat. We're stepping out with that left foot this time. 2 moves after this and we are done, guys. Let's stay strong. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Out to that opposite side and up. Remember, with that lateral lunge, we want to think about pushing those hips back, okay? And that foot, this front foot here, is a little bit in front of that other foot. Squeeze those shoulders together on that fly and drive back up. Modifying, you're just not going as far and as deep in that lunge. Maybe you take your weights down a little bit here. Again, hitting different muscle groups. We're gonna burn more calories and more muscle groups we're aiming for, or we're hitting. And rest, good job. All right, 1 weight down, single weight, sumo squat, curl, and raise. Then we're into our cardio move and we are finished. Okay, wide stance, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna sink, curl, hit those biceps, stand, front raise, shoulders and core. Inner thighs, glutes, biceps, core, shoulders. We've got that weight in our hands when we're going down into that squat. Don't let it pull us forward like this. Thinking sending that tailbone right to the ground, not the back wall. Give a little check-in on those knees on your next squat. 1 more. Awesome, okay. Set that weight aside for good this time, guys. We've got 45 seconds of work left. We can do this. Let's put that tempo up a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Nice and quick, whatever your cardio move is here. Bring those knees higher, move those feet quicker. Last chance to get a little bit of cardio in here. Keep breathing, try not to hold your breath. So close, guys. We're halfway through, 20 seconds left. Keep going. Knees are high. We're keeping that tempo going. Last 10 seconds right here. Let's go a little quicker if we can. Burn out these last couple seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, great job, guys. Do that cool down, making sure we let that heart rate come down a little bit before we go into those static stretches and grab some water.